All right, let's talk about the next evolution of the internet. We're going to dive into a concept that promises to, seriously declutter our digital lives and, more importantly, give us back control. We're talking about the Web4 super app. So let me ask you something. Does your phone screen just look like a total mess of icons? I mean, you've got one app for messaging, another for your bank, one for work, a few for social media. It's a real thing. It's called app fatigue. It's that feeling of being completely scattered online. But what if there was a way to bring all of that together?
Well, the solution to all that digital chaos is this really powerful idea that we're going to break down in our first section, the Everything app. So, what in the world is a super app? At its core, it's just a single application that becomes the central hub for your entire digital life. You might have heard of apps like WeChat in Asia, where literally hundreds of services are all baked into one place. Imagine messaging your friends, paying your bills, and doing some online shopping, all without ever having to switch apps. It's designed to be the only app you really need. A real super app is built on a few key ideas. First, seamless integration, letting you just flow from one task to another, like from messaging to shopping. It gives you a single unified identity, so you only have to log in once. This totally reduces the friction of just getting through your day and cleans up your digital life, making everything way more efficient. And finally, it puts an end to that app fatigue. But you know what? This isn't just about making things easier. Let's jump to the next section and see how this whole idea is part of something much, much bigger. A brand new mission for our digital world. And here's where it gets really important. This new generation of super apps is being built on a framework called Web4. Now, if you remember, Web3 was all about decentralizing the internet. Well, you can think of Web4 as the user-friendly version of that idea, one that's really focused on true ownership and community. The mission is huge, to take control away from the giant tech companies and put it right back where it belongs, with us. This slide just lays it out perfectly. On the left, you've got the old Web 2 model, the internet where our data is the product and our attention is for sale. But on the right, the Web 4 model is basically a shield against that. It's all about user sovereignty and owning your own data, which creates this safe space for much more meaningful connections within our own communities. This quote right here, it absolutely hits the nail on the head. A super app isn't just a more efficient tool, it's designed to be your digital home. A trusted, secure place that you actually control, where your community can get together without being mined for data. Okay, that all sounds great, right? A digital home. But what does that actually look like in practice? In Section 3, let's break down how it's put together. So think of it like a house that has 4 essential rooms. The first room is communication. This is your secure messaging and social feeds where you control the algorithm. The next is utility. A whole suite of what are called SaaS, or software as a service tools, like project managers or document editors, all built right in. The third room is identity, a single sovereign ID that's like your digital passport, one that you own, not some corporation. And finally, there's finance, built-in digital wallets and marketplaces for your community. It's the whole shebang, all under one roof. Now, building a digital home with all 4 of those pillars, it sounds really complex. And honestly, for a long time, it was. But that's all changing. In our final section, we're going to see how it's now your turn to build. And this is the big reveal. The power to create these all-in-one digital ecosystems, these super apps. It's not just for massive corporations with billions of dollars anymore. The technology has been democratized. The tools are now available to pretty much anyone, creators, entrepreneurs, you name it. And platforms like Web4.community are making it happen. They provide something they call social network as a service, which is basically just all the building blocks you need to launch your own independent digital space. This lets you actually own your audience and build a real community on your own terms, with some incredibly powerful tools that are, believe it or not, pretty easy to use. So, all of this leaves us with one last really important question. Now that you know it's actually possible to build your own digital home, a space that's fair, integrated, and empowering, what would you create? What does your little corner of the internet look like? The building blocks are here. The future is really yours to build.